Well, hi folks, hope you can hear me okay. This is my second attempt at doing this video because I think it's really important. But unfortunately my last file got corrupt and so I'm just messing around with the camera here trying to get my mugshot in. There we are. Stand back a little bit. Hope you can hear me okay. Anybody who really is conscious about the health of their children and their family, hats off to you, because we've really got to take care of our little waifs and take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves we're not going to be functioning enough to take care of our children. But of late I've been hearing a lot of this talk in the wind about people getting brain fog. And they're thinking, oh goodness sake, I just can't get it must be early onset dementia. Forget that. Why can't you get your act together? Well, we're surrounded by pollutants. That's the problem. Bad food, chemtrailing going on above our heads, which is in obviously denial by those who do it, because they're spraying us like insects. That's why all the insects have died off, by the way, in this country, UK. We just don't see it coming, we don't smell it. This stuff is a military operation that is due really to deplete the ozone atmosphere, which is, ozone's really good actually for people. The plants need light. Well, these chemtrails are being sprayed onto us, all really geared towards suppressing our intelligence. It's killing us actually. What they're spraying it isn't anything to do with agriculture, folks. They are spraying us with insecticide, a lethal mixture. Have you not wondered, we're all, as a child I used to remember the going long journeys and the car window used to be splattered in insects, loads and loads of insects. Long, an hour's car ride would be enough to get you out there scraping the insects off. Not nowadays. You're lucky if you get 2 or 3 insects bash on your windscreen. And it's no accident that the population of the insects in this country, the United Kingdom and the rest of the world, by the way, are going down the toilet. Where are we getting the pollination now? Well, we don't need pollination because they genetically modify all the crops now. So, as far as food's concerned. But what about the plant life? What about the fact is that we need plants make oxygen for us humans to breathe, because they take in our carbon dioxide and they give us oxygen, fair exchange. It's been like that for millennia. But here's the deal. Why are they spraying? Well, they're saying that the ozone layers, the sun's bad for us and they're trying to reflect it all back up. And you've seen these long white trails from one horizon to another. You go, oh yeah, that's a chemtrail. It's a chemtrail. No, it's a contrail, they call it, a contrail, because we're being conned. It's not condensation at all. These bastards are spraying us from 35,000 feet. That's above where the airliners fly, by the way. It's a military operation, and it is a geothermal management. This is all from the New World Order Brigade, the psychopaths that we'll take over the world. They are really indeed killing us like insects. So, long journeys in your car, don't worry about getting insects on your windscreen because you're not going to get many. And our insect population are obviously responsible for, cross-fertilisation on the plants. Otherwise, how do the plants breed? Well, you won't need to do the crops because we're genetically engineering theirs anyway. You don't need cross-pollination. You don't need the insects for our wheat and our barley and our whatevers, our vegetables. No. But this is all about control, because we want to control the food distribution of the world. You control the food and you control the people. You've got to kill off the insects. You don't need bloody insects anyway. Pain in the butt, aren't they? Mozzie bites and bees and all this. Well, what about honey then? You won't be getting much honey. Yeah, we can specialise, do all that in a lab commercially. It's so. At the end of the day, this is what I'm talking about. Is the chemtrails. and the total lack of insects. But on top of that, how else are they poisoning us? Because this chemtrails are causing a lot of poisons. There's another poison that they're expecting us to ingest on a daily basis in this bloody world, generally, is sodium fluoride. Oh yes, it's good for your little teethy pegs, keeps them nice and strong and white, and they do the job. And by including this chemical called sodium fluoride. Sodium fluoride, folks, the real cause is a byproduct of aluminium production. Okay, sodium fluoride. There's tons. It becomes a white powder when you make aluminium, as they do in America, big time. Well, it was decided that the problem is, if you're making a lot of aluminium, as they do in America, for example, one of the major players, what do we do with all this white, powdery, all this crap that's called, sodium fluoride? That's what it amounts to after the manufacturing process of aluminium. Creates massive amounts of sodium fluoride. Well, what a coincidence, we'll get the idiots to ingest it. We'll put it in the drinking water, because it's very hard to detect in the drinking water unless you've got the right chemistry set to figure it out. It's got a certain smell to it, sodium fluoride. And we'll convince them that it's okay to drink. Well, it's not. It's a neurotoxin to the human brain. Anybody who drinks sodium fluoride in their standard drinking water, their tap water, which a lot of places in America do, all the tap water's got sodium fluoride in it. You can smell it, it's got a very clinical chemical smell. Compare that to a bottled water that you can buy in the shops, and you'll know you're cooking with gas when you've got the clean water in your hand. But on top of that, then, they use sodium fluoride as a rat poison. It's absolutely lethal to rats. Okay, so what are we doing with all this stuff? We'll bung it in the rivers, we'll bung it in the oceans and huge lakes, and we'll get the idiots to put it in a tipper. We'll convince them that if we put it in their toothpaste, sodium fluoride, it'll be strong, and it'll get on their teeth, it'll be stronger, less fillings. And they convinced the people in America initially to put it in their toothpaste at a certain percentage. And all the kids ended up with this thing called fluorosis, which was like a little spangling of their white teethy pegs. And the parents didn't really notice till it was too late, because you're drinking water, sodium fluoride, you're putting on your toothpaste, sodium fluoride, and there's all this, and the kids are getting dumber and dumber and dumber, and their IQs are going down and down and down. And you think, what the hell's going on? Why are my kids becoming stupid? They've got their lack of memory, their memory's gone, their recall's gone, and at the end of the day, their teeth are getting a bit stained. Oh yeah, but they haven't had a filling, have they? Well, no. But first, it's supposed to reduce fillings. Well, it's actually a load of rubbish about sodium fluoride reducing fillings. Because the only logic is that they tell the kids now, with sodium fluoride, you've got to brush your teeth 3 times a day. Morning, lunchtime and evening. And it's the only reason that tooth decay declined in the early days of introducing sodium fluoride into the toothpaste was that they convinced everybody in America to get their kids to clean their teeth twice a day, never mind just the once. Now they're going to do it in the morning, and they're going to do it before they go to sleep. See, doubling the rate of cleaning your teeth. And we had Tufty out there, didn't we, in America? This is the way we clean our teeth, this stupid advert. And they convinced the kids, and all of a sudden, you see, the schools that were commissioned to do the test, one lot of schools had fluoride in the toothpaste, and the other school were cleaning their teeth 3 times a day with non-fluoridated toothpaste. Do you know what? The results of no fillings, of reduced fillings, was both the same in both schools. They just kept that away from the general public. less fillings in that school and that school because the kids were cleaning their teeth under a microscope. You know, the parents were watching and make sure they do it. It had nothing to do with the added fluoride. Fluoride does not stop tooth decay. Okay, it damages the teeth. It's also a neurotoxin. It dumbs you down. But here's the kicker. Okay, they've known about this in America since the late 50s and 60s. And now, in almost every toothpaste you can buy in the UK shops has got added fluoride for your dental protection. Well, what a load of crap. That's just going to dumb you down. You think, you can't think straight, I'm losing my marbles. Oh, my memory's gone to pot. And yeah, it's a toothpaste. Because you've got toothpaste with added sodium fluoride and you've been drinking all sorts of strange stuff that's coming in. You have no idea what they're poisoning you with. You need to drink bottled water, filtered water at least, and stay away. If you're getting fluoride in your household, get yourself a Berkey water filter and filter all your household. It's a UK thing, this is, by the way. In America, definitely get yourself a Berkey water filter and filter the drinking water, and don't let any of your children or adults in your house drink the tap water, because it's making you dumb, it's destroying your health, you'll have an early grave, and it's doing you nothing but harm. It is a mental suppressant. That's what, and they kill rats with it, for Christ's sake. They put it's rat poison, and they're treating us as rats. We're poison on this earth for the big 12 families that want it for themselves. But what do you do if they've stuck it in all the toothpaste? Well, get yourself an unfluoridated toothpaste. Okay, and get sodium fluoride out of your house. Okay. And the way you do it is you go and throw the, dare I say, the regular toothpaste out with added fluoride. Forget it. If you see fluoride on a bottle of anything, chuck it in the bin. There is a toothpaste, and it's great, with no sodium fluoride. It's called Euthymal. Can you see that? It's not upside down, I hope. Euthymal. And it's fabulous. It is not going to destroy your teeth. It tastes great. And as I say, you can see it here. Euthymal. And it's pink. There we are. You can see that. And it's fabulous. Tastes great. And it's a tooth polish. Okay, it's not going to damage your enamel on your teeth. It's great. No sodium fluoride. Without fluoride. You don't want fluoride in your house or health or your body or your children or anybody. Trust me on this one. And that's why we, as a family, me and my wife now, the kids have fled the nest. But from day one, neither of our children have ever been subject to sodium fluoride in any way. And their teeth are like Hollywood moguls. You know, absolutely beautiful teeth, all of our family. A bit late for me on a couple of occasions because I never had the privilege of having savvy parents, quite frankly. But me and my wife are pretty switched on. We know all about the great con of what they're doing to us. They're dropping it from the skies as a powder. They're sticking it in the seas and the rivers and the lakes. Our fish are ingesting it. We're eating it. You know, we have to be so careful as a generation now that we're not being poisoned by industry on the grounds that, it's good, we've done the tests. But how come then, they say, the naysayers say, well, it's bound to good. I mean, they did a 2-center study about the kids, the kids that that used fluoride in their toothpaste, their filling rate went down. Yeah, I know, but what they're not telling you is that the filling rate went down in the kids that didn't, that did have the sodium fluoride in them. And it was not because they had sodium fluoride in the toothpaste. It's because everyone was forced to clean their teeth for the experiment. Okay? That's all. Nothing to do with sodium fluoride. Sodium fluoride does not decrease the rate of tooth decay. It's not cleaning them enough does that. But who benefits then? Well, the politicians, the chemical industry, the water industry. And who is to their detriment? Well, the fish are dying off. There's no natural bugs in the water anymore for the fish to eat. The fish are dying off as well, you know. And what do we do with all this white powder off the manufacturing processes? We'll get the idiots to drink it, because they're now adding sodium fluoride to the drinking water, and you can buy it unbottled. And if you read it, now with added fluoride for your teeth, oh, you may as well just put a gun to your head if you fall for that one. So, you know, but you know, at 55, 60, I don't have to worry too much about it. But if you've got young children, make sure that not one drop of sodium fluoride gets into their little mouths or their brain cells. Okay, it is a major poison, and the best way that they can get rid of their processing material of aluminium, that's what it's all about, getting rid of the junk. What do we do with this bloody powder? We're swimming in it. I wish there would be. But now we get the idiots to drink it. We'll stick it in the drinking water. We'll convince them it's right. And now what you've got in, get this, in Boots the chemist of one particular place I heard, was that they've got baby's first bottles, baby's first drinking water with added sodium fluoride to protect their teeth. Really? Talk about young, get them young. It's a disgrace that people now, they insist that they're buying toothpaste with added sodium fluoride. Well, all toothpaste have got sodium fluoride in, unless it's marked otherwise, and just have to look at the label on the back to see if it's got sodium fluoride. There ain't any in this one, and there's plenty of mint ones that haven't either. All you do is you go onto eBay or Amazon and type in fluoride-free toothpaste, and guess what? You start to get your memory back. Eventually, you'll stop having the shakes maybe. Your kids will find it a lot nicer to use. They won't have this aftertaste. But the important thing is your kids will be able to think clearly without the fog of the poison, of the rat poison that's going around their bodies. There's one thing you've got to do, figure out, it is a known poison. Sodium fluoride is a poison, and they're sticking it in our bloody drinking water, and they don't give a rip about how old it is that it's consumed. The younger the better. Get them when they're young so they're thick by the time they're teenagers, and they don't know, they don't care what day of the week it is as long as they can get, you know. Duh. I blame the parents. If you love your kids, as you say you do, check the labels and kick anything out your house that says sodium fluoride, especially baby's first drinking waters. I've said enough today, but please do. Here we go. Euthymal plug number 2, and it is a fabulous toothpaste. It is a polish, not a paste. Fancy that. And it is no more expensive than the other load who are poisoning us like flies. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll bid you all goodbye.